Okay, we're here, Road Peace Podcast, episode 51 at the Rose in Hemp. I'm here with Scott, one of the owners of the store out here in Stone Mountain. How you doing today, Scott?
Great.
Everything, how's business, man?
Business has been great. The last month or so, we've kind of opened up a little bit more fully in about June 1st. And so, yeah, we've had two of our best months since then and just looking to keep it going.
Alright, so why don't you tell me, the story of the store? Like, how did it come about?
So the store came about. My wife had owned a couple gyms before this, and then once we had our child, she stayed at home as a full-time mom at that point. And then after a couple years, was looking to kind of get back into things. Situation arose with my previous job that allowed me to have the time to do this, and so it was right as we were kind of, really starting to know the business of CBD and hemp-derived products, and so, it was just kind of one of those things where the universe lined up for us, and kind of just decided to leap into it, take the chance, and it's been a great 9 months so far.
Oh yeah, it was about that. So the store's only been open for 9 months.
Yep.
But what I was gonna say was, have you always been an advocate of CBD?
Yeah. I mean, as far as it can legally be, it only goes back about 2.5 years at this point,
right.
To be able to legally sell it. But it's my wife started taking it for postpartum depression right after our child was born, and so actually at that point I was kind of a skeptic of it a little bit,
right.
I guess you could say. And then I saw the great effects that it had on her for that condition, and she's also had some other kind of anxiety and depression type of issues. So it really, we saw within a week or so great changes. And then I played soccer. I started taking it at that point, had a injury where my foot would just swell up like every 2-3 months. But yeah, then in the 18 months that I've been taking the CBD and on a regimen, haven't had one issue. So it's kind of given me a few weeks of every year of my life back. So it's cool.
That's good to hear. What kind of products can you tell people about that you guys offer at this location?
I mean, we offer a wide, full range of products, and we pride ourselves on, curating and finding the best quality, the safest products in an industry where honestly not everything that is, sold out there is what it says it is. So we take pride in that. But our best sellers are kind of start off the oil, the tincture regimen, which is kind of more for chronic and severe injuries, mental conditions, arthritis, that sort of stuff. And then for kind of more short-term, immediate effects, people love our edibles, our drinkables at this point, and our smokables. And then for kind of muscle and joint pain relief, they get comfort and relief from our topical products as well. So.
I'm a fan of the wine. I didn't even know you can have. Well, I guess you could put CBD in just about anything, correct?
Yeah, you can use it in its most basic raw form, the flower, smokables. Then you can extract the cannabinoids directly from the cannabis plant, which is what goes into the oils. And from there you can, bake with it. We currently have a wide selection of, CBD drinks that we have at our bar, and that's been pretty popular since we introduced that in early June. And then like topical bath products. Pet shampoo, you can pretty much put the oil and the extract into anything your imagination can come up with.
What kind of precautions did you guys take to make sure that all these products were safe and were usable for the consumers?
Yep. So from a kind of a higher level standpoint, as far as the business goes, we hired a cannabis lawyer, a really reputable cannabis lawyer, just to make sure that everything in the shop, well, not the specific products, but everything that we were going to carry was fully legal, and we wanted to make sure this was going to be a thriving, ongoing business. We wanted to make sure everything we were doing above board, not going to get in trouble with the law,
Right.
That sort of stuff, and so forth. That's been a great, great surprise
Right.
that they've been supportive of us here in the city. So
That's good.
we're really grateful for that. But then, just for each individual product, there are basically lab tests called certificates of analysis that each of our products goes through, and unless a vendor doesn't have those, we won't carry them in our shop.
Okay.
So every product in here will have a lab test, so you can tell exactly what's in there.
So all the products are safe over here at the Rose and Hemp. Remember that.
Yep.
Okay. One question I did have was, what do you guys have in store? Where do you guys see this going in the future?
So we've been in the business for about a year at this point, and it is just, even in that year, transformed so much that it's a little hard to, it's kind of like in the 1950s, if you'd say we'd have little, telephones in our pockets. It's kind of, that's how rapidly things are changing in the industry. So, but short term, there's 120 cannabinoids, and CBD is one of those. THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, that's another. And then there's 118 other ones that people just don't really know that much about at this point.
Wow.
So they're starting to come out with like CBG, CBN,
Wow.
And each one kind of does more. CBD is kind of a general cannabinoid that can help with many things, whereas the other ones seem to help with, sleeplessness, or can kind of get
Something specific.
Exactly, a little bit more specific. So we're definitely starting to see that. There's, hopefully the FDA gets on board with it, and you start to see some more quality edible products, some more quality drink products out there, because that's where, at least for our store and our vision of what we want this, it started off as kind of more selling the oils and the topicals, but almost everybody that comes in here wants to try like an edible or a drinkable. Because it's it's a little bit more fun. It's quicker. It's not that large initial investment. So I think kind of cafe style like this is kind of at least what we're trying to do.
No, I think you guys are definitely on the right path. It's a comfortable environment. Like you said, the drinkables. This is a good idea. I haven't heard that one before. Let's talk about some of your other partners. Why don't you tell me about some of your other partners that are loving the store and showing support to the store?
So you guys are a great partner for us right now. Show Discipline, the podcast, but then we've got a long-time partnership with Decatur-ish, the local publication in Decatur. They've been a good partner for us. And then, just around Stone Mountain Village here, this is kind of an up-and-coming area, so all the businesses try to support each other. So, like there's Sweet Potato Cafe down the street that had a midsummer festival. So, we were a vendor there, and they've kind of done some stuff here, and Outrun Brewery down the street, Stone Pizza right next door to us. It's just we kind of run specials with each other, or just kind of social media, kind of post events and reminders about each other's businesses and stuff. So
No, that's good, man. I think we got what we need. Why don't you tell people just where they can find the store, where they can find like social media stuff or things like that?
Yep. So our address is 963 Main Street, and that's in Stone Mountain, 30083. And we're right next to Stone Pizza, right on the corner here. And then you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook at The Rose and spelled out Hemp.